Hello and welcome everybody, and welcome to tonight's office hours, where I'm making myself available in case anyone has any questions about English that they think I can help out with. In the meantime, I'm going to do a quick update on the channel. I am looking at making these the updates to the channel a weekly video as a bit of an update, a digest. I know it says there's some things that are going to be put out that won't have notifications, and deliberately so, like the open mics that are about to return. I've uploaded some new videos. Some have just been recorded and some have been uploaded, put up a day or two. So the ones put up already there are Border Collie, which is a type of dog, Condom, Pushing, Recording, Tampon, and Wines. Might wonder about some of the videos as to why I get some things that appear randomly. Well, if I see a really good photo that I think can tell a bit of a story, I'll see what I can do to work it in. In that case, Wines got through with an elevated walkway onto a forest. I've just finished recording, and these will be being uploaded later tonight. Give, hospital, hotel, lunch, mobile phone, paracetamol, pill, PowerPoint, run, sad, soft drink, and sugar. And these words round out a list of a bunch of words I've identified as words that if someone was moving from a place where they didn't speak any English at all to a place where English was pretty much the only language spoken, there'd be a whole bunch of words that you'd really want to learn on your first day. So not really going to be having... Sorry, I'm just seeing something appearing on the screen. Saying between there's no data or no health. Anyway, okay, the screen's telling me stream health is okay. Well, we're going to proceed regardless. And I'll keep going. So, if I'll put a link in the comments that, pronunciation speedrun. I made a speedrun a while ago. I've collected up a bunch of videos and the words. And that's up on the channel of a playlist of about 11 different videos covering some different subjects. And a few of them I got to put together. That's the first edition. I'm going to start cooking up a second edition. And the likely format of that's going to be of headliner videos where we just show the word and a photo. And then there'll be a link to a playlist where there's more details if people want to find out how its usage and similar. I've got a plan for an original content story that I'm drafting. It's someone who's coming to Australia for a holiday, and they're going to be spending a year here, and a few things are going to happen. And by the end of it, they're going to be involved with quite a lot. So our first draft is on the fast track, and I'm going to try and rush it out. Right? Yeah, I don't quite want to cut corners, but if I miss a small part, I'm going to try and use the Pareto principle and get 80% of the job done in 20% of the time, and not quite dot all the I's, cross the T's, but have something out relatively soon, because one of the things that have been getting to me is that I didn't want to let perfect get in the way of good, and so that means that something else is bringing back. I'm going to bring open mic videos back, so some subjects I might want to talk about, some things like, say, the gold rush or a certain bit of technology or software, and I'll have a mechanism to get some videos out there. So if you come to the channel and look it up, I'll see if I can promote the playlist to somewhere up high on the homepage. That there's videos there where I'll just put up a fairly common text window and then turn the mic on and then start talking about it. So there might be ums, ahs, and pauses. There might be some breaks. It's not going to be the best, but there'll be something. And there's been a whole bunch of things that I've been wanting to talk about, and so I'm going to bring them back. And these aren't going to have notifications going out to them as I just think it would flood it with flood subscribers with notifications. I'll probably mention them in the week in review videos, but they're not planning on putting them there. And they'll be used as a way to get better with public speaking as well. And these will also, don't worry, let's go behind the scenes. But then for the rest of the night, I'll be looking to spend about an hour with Crawl, which is an open source Dungeons and Dragons based game. So you could say it's text-based, but that'd be a bit misleading because it's not just text. There is graphics, but it's very, very simple using the text-based computer there. So it's not a graphical user interface like some of the latest and fancies. No, Baldur's Gate's quite popular at the moment. But this is a Dungeons and Dragons game where top-down. So I'll dive into that now. And one of the things I do like about this game is that you can set up the choose a game seed, which means that people can play the same map. So it's regenerated with a pseudo-random number. So we could play the exact same map, and all we have to do is share the number that we use to create the map. So but before I do that, and there's the main game here, which we'll jump into. So I'll start with a troll, big and strong, and start as a fighter. There's a whole bunch of items there. And then I get to choose a weapon as well, in which case I'll choose a longsword. And then we start out as a map. So welcome, Alex the Troll Fighter. Will you be the one to retrieve the transcendent orb of Zot from the depths? Press the question mark for a list of commands and information. Well, we can show all the help there. And there's a bit of a wall of text here that is not too interesting. And this is one of the reasons why I like this game over some of its colleagues of NetHack, Moria, Angband. I think I tried quite a few of them. Is that this game actually has a tutorial that we'll get to very soon. I just wanted to jump in deep. So as we are the ampersand symbol, and as I'm walking around the map, we get to explore some things. So off here we've got some water, which we can go into and can't swim, but if I go around to the other side, there's a dagger. I can pick that up. There's shallow water here that I can step into and go through. We've got a door, so open the door and then go look through. We've got some gold pieces I can pick up. There's a frilled lizard, which I'm going to go over and start hitting. And we've got a goblin shouting at us, and now I've got it moderately wounded. I can then keep hitting it. It hits me, it does no damage. I've still got 22 out of 22 hit points. I don't have any magic, which I'm not too good at the game at the moment. I'm still getting relatively used to it. I've played enough that I think I could go okay. So I can pick up a club, but I'll stay with a longsword. Spear. Let's see if I can equip the spear. Don't know if I can throw it. Hobgoblin comes into view. Got 13 arrows. And it hits me. We're blocking attack. We're going through several different fights. But I killed the hobgoblin so I can examine something. So there's a floor splattered with blood, which I won't worry about. Now I've got 3 jackals. I'm going to retreat to a hallway so I can force them to fight one by one. I've just lost a hit point, but regenerated it. It's one of the things of trolls. They can generate hit points back quickly, which I think would be helpful. But I'm not going to stick around with this too long. There's a scroll here, so I can read that. I'm not too sure what it is. We're about to find out. Blink to where? Yeah, that's good enough. So blink is a teleportation. I've played a bit of Dungeons and Dragons before, and well, yeah, haven't been able to do so much into the live screen. So I've gone up an experience level. I'm now level 2. So I've now got a magic point I can associate where before I didn't. My hit points have gone up. I can pick up some more arrows if I wanted to. I've picked up some more gold. A whip. And another scroll. Let's see if I can... No, take off. But I'm sorry. I'm just going to run up to them and hit them. Throwing at me. So there's also other things like I can press O and start wandering around until I generally explore things. There's a bat, which I'll just go down and try and hit. And I'm not too sure what that was. So do Do I want to walk into the teleport trap? Why not? So I killed a ball python, so there's a mechanism for being able to be poisoned, so I could take damage over a longer period of time. I'm now hungry. I've got some rations, so I can eat that as well. I guess I'll take some damage if I start getting too hungry. So there's a few mechanics going on here where I've got to... Well, I've got a few things. There's a few rats and a frilled lizard. I probably could take them all on by myself. I can chop up all of the corpses there and possibly eat them. But I've tried that before. It says it's most of the times you're not that hungry, so yeah, I'll just keep going on this level until I can find a way to go down. Leopard gecko, which I can kill. So a hobgoblin as well. So I can become a magic user and cast spells. There's a whole bunch to explore. There's traps, different monsters. You can pick up, get allies at some point. Or I believe there's commands to control allies. So I don't know what these scrolls are. Well, let's read one of them. One of them is a scroll of identify. That's good. I've got a potion as well. Potion of heal wounds. Probably won't need that too much. There's another scroll of enchant weapon. I'll enchant the longsword I've been using, so now I've got a +1 to hit. And I'll read the other one. Scroll of remove curse. So I don't have any cursed weapons right now. Well, I don't know I have any cursed weapons. So we've got a map here to try and find a way through. If I had a friend playing as well, we could drop the maps down and share information amongst each other. And then now I've gone up to level 3, I can change my attributes of strength, intelligence, or dexterity. Well, to be honest, I'm not really going to increase the intelligence. I'm just going to try the dexterity so that way I can avoid and dodge quicker, hopefully. So, still trying to explore and find a way down. So let's got a pair of gloves. And there's 4 jackals that, well, one of them got behind me. I've got an extra major point now, I guess, with going up to level 3. There we go. So it's I've also got skills with what weapons and equipment I can use. So now there's a staircase going down. So now we're on to the dungeon level 2. And I'll just do that, grab some gold, go back up. And should be able to open that door. Now I can go up and leave the dungeon, make me lose the game. Well, I'm only playing it for a demonstration, so I'll go out of this one escaped. And it tells me what all equipment I've got. So anything that I might not have known about. So potion of might, potion of heal wounds, just a +0 pair of gloves. That's right. And I get a rank out of other people that have played. There's one where I played and got it's part of a tutorial. So we'll go back to the tutorial. Lesson 1, movement and exploration. In this lesson, you're going to learn to move around and explore a level. You can move with the arrow keys. You can reread all messages with Control P and press space to clear it. So we've got the dungeon that leads out of the ground, and the dots will give us messages as well. So you're doing great. Explore until I hit the new blue square. So looking a bit further around the dungeon. And it was this guide, I've played a bit of them beforehand, that really won me over. But this is a game I'll be playing for a bit longer. So now I can move diagonally with the number pad or use some keyboard commands. Vi is a Unix or Linux program, a text editor that's been around for a very long time. And there's key movements in there that match up with that, which I'm not going to try and do. Luckily, this computer's got a numeric keypad, so take advantage of that. Stone staircase leading down. All right, we'll go down to that one. So I've got a new level. To begin with, head over to the door to the right. Also remember, you can reread the old messages. You can open a closed door by walking into it. To open the door, it creaks loudly. All right. Open the door again. Close the door by pressing C. Okay. So we've got some water here. You can now move through the shallow, but not through the deep water. So the shallow here is the light blue. And it takes a bit slow. So time in this game, if it's measured, if you look over to the right of the screen, it's 79.6. I think that means the 1.0 means, I'll go back to the water. Yeah, 1.6, it takes 1.6 to do it. So what that means to me, I could be wrong, I haven't quite figured this out, is time is measured in game time, not our time. So I could sit here for 30 minutes and that time counter is not going to move over at all. So now on a staircase leading upwards, you go to the previous level. So let's go up. What's this? You find out where you are, enter the overview map with X, and then move the cursor around the level. You can also travel wherever your cursor is pointing by pressing dot or enter, and press escape to return to the normal game. Okay. Exploring manually can get tedious after a while, so you might want to let it automatically. There's a O key, lets me start exploring forwards. It'll try and take me to an unexplored area. Really walk into a travel excluded area. Yes. You enter the shallow water. Moving in this stuff is going to be slow. You're engulfed in a cloud of scalding steam. So I've lost some health points. That's right. It was put in there for me to, well, they've given me a button to push and, well, I'm going to push it. Auto Explore will stop when you first see items or dungeon features like these stairs. To travel directly to the stairs, you can press X and to enter the map overview and then press left arrow, less than, and then move the cursor to the nearest stairs and then press enter to go there. So I'm going to do that, press less and then enter to go there. And there's an exit to the tutorial here. Sure, I want to leave the dungeon. Yes. And we've got movement commands. Again with the numpad and then with the Vi keys. So some computers don't have the numeric keyboard and that'll probably work. But it's not quite intuitive for me at the moment. And shift and then that will give us several directions, several squares in that direction. Go back to the previous level with staircases. X and then travel less than greater than. And doors. Okay. Well, monsters in combat. This lesson will teach you about monsters and fighting. First, we need a weapon. Go and grab one lying over there. All right. I'll grab a quarterstaff. And let's equip it. No, I think I've quivered it. So there we go. Now I'm wielding it rather than having it in my quiver. Opening the door. Training dummy hits me but does no damage. All right. Training dummy's almost destroyed. And I've destroyed a training dummy. I've got a whip I can pick up as well. So I'll wander through. And even though I'm playing a game. If anyone's got any other questions, feel free to jump in. I'll see what I can do to help out. Very good. You can heal by resting with 5, and that'll make you rest until it's full. Be interrupted by important events, such as if I'm hungry. All right, well, I guess I better go look for some food. There's a rat that comes into view. Hit and kill the rat. So I can chop up a rat, then get chunks of flesh, and then I can, I don't want to drop it, I want to eat it. So it tastes terrible, but I'm very hungry. So there's a skeleton still standing there, but I'll keep kicking on. So now I've got 3 rats which are running onto me, and it's heavily wounded. Yeah, actually scoring hits on me, so knocking the health down a bit. It's biting me, but doing no damage. So hopefully I can kill them. There we go. It's a tutorial, isn't it? So I'll chop those all up, but I do know that the flesh will degrade relatively quickly. Oh, yep, and I'll press 5 to grab some health. So, all right, so I'm pressing Control P and going back to some text. Don't forget about chopping up corpses. Yes, you can examine the monsters by pressing X and then pressing plus to cycle and compare their descriptions by pressing V. All right, so I've got to go through and fight one of them. It's X, V. A wyvern, a dragon-like creature with a long, sharply pointed tail. Although smaller and less formidable than true dragons, it's nonetheless a foe to be reckoned with. Max hit point, about 27. It's got more than me. Armor class, plus EV. I don't know what EV and MR are. It looks extremely dangerous. It's fast. It can fly. It's large. It can bite for up to 20 damage. Well, it can, alright, it can kill me in one hit. So a news, a glob of grey sludge that has somehow developed a rudimentary awareness and limited mobility. Might be mobility, but anyway. Max hit point 10, a little bit of armor class, EV and MR. I guess might be evasion and magic resistance. It looks dangerous. It's immune to acid and resistant to poison. It can see invisible. It's immune to blinding. It's mindless. It's very small, and it could hit for up to 5 damage. All right. Well, I know where I'm gonna go, and I ended up opening the door and hitting the U's with 1 kill, 1 hit. So well done. Reaching a new experience level. It's always a nice event. You get more health and magic points, and occasionally increase to your attributes, strength and intelligence and dexterity. Open the door, it creaks loudly. Okay, so we see the noise bar has gone up to most of the way. The open door there, and we've dropped back down to low noise. There's an open door here, and I think this is well done. After resting at full health, continue to the next level. So, okay. So we find 10 boomerangs. So I'll pick them up. I don't know what's going to happen. All right, I'm going to try and quiver them. Might be something health previously that's it. You can fire your boomerangs at a monster with F. Okay. Right, I missed that. So throw a boomerang at the training dummy, and it hits. Could probably pick up rocks, but I'm not going to. And remember that I can auto explore with O. Alright, I'll do that. And I could find a short bow with 30 arrows. Yeah. Wield the short bow, and it's automatically equipped the arrows for me. So I explore some more. I've got the feeling I'm going to have something to use it on. The training dummy comes into view, throws a stone. All right, so, well, training dummy is the one that's shooting at me, so destroyed the training dummy and then attack the worm. The worm's almost dead. I'll fire some more at it. And I've killed it, so looks like we've got some lava off to the side. I can't go into the training dummy, so I'll just pass it through. Remember, we could rest up with 5. Yeah, I've got full health. I don't really need it. Find the exit, and I can auto-explore with O again, so I'll go for that. A rat comes into view. And I'll start firing arrows at it, so I can pick it up again. More rats. I guess some of the arrows are being used up as we go. And continue to explore with O. Got another rat. And there's several exits to the tutorials here. Take the middle one. So I can pick up an item, wield a weapon, examine a monster with X, read more detailed description, fire ammunition at a pre-targeted monster, fire at another, wait and rest up to single turn, wait up to 100, and I clicked off that one by mistake. Go on to the next lesson. In this lesson, you're going to learn about items and how to use them. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier as well is that aside from random generated maps, there's a capability to custom generate maps as part of either the testing the program or as part of making up level sets, but I haven't delved too far into that. So you can reread all the messages at any time, press space for more, not a problem. You can see a pair of boots. Well, let's pick them up. You can wear them. Takes a little bit of time, but that's right. It's a scroll I could pick up as well. I'll just read straight away. I don't really know what they are. It's the first time I find it's a scroll of fog. So I don't know exactly what the mechanics are for learning magic for total newbies, but well, we'll find out eventually. It's a glowing scimitar. Scimitar. I think I'll equip that. I'm pretty sure it's magical, so I've just quivered it. So yeah, it's +2 and it can it's venomous and deal with some poison damage. To view a description of the weapon, find it in your inventory. Okay. And let's see if, yeah. A +2 scimitar of venom. It's a weapon, longsword with wide curved blade. Base accuracy damage refers to my skills, so the more I play with or use a certain weapon, so if I'm playing with a longsword and then start picking up an axe, I might not be as good. Can use it to, okay, quickly retaliate if they miss attacks. It poisons and falls into long blade, so enchant it up to +9, sorry. All right, let's see if I can have a look at. So So, disposable arcane formula. Anyone can evoke the power of an arcane formula by reading it out loud, but the nature of the power is not known at the moment. Okay, well, let's read it and see what happens. Crumbles into dust. And I assume a fearsome visage. Nothing appears to happen. It was a scroll of fear. Okay. Once you've successfully managed to poison a monster, it's sometimes best to retreat and let the poison do its work. Don't forget to retreat to heal if necessary. Alright, rats, 3 giant cockroaches, and a hobgoblin. Yeah, they are taking a little bit of damage out of me, but now I can hit the hobgoblin and kill it with one go. I'll close the door behind me. And some more giant cockroaches, stone staircase leading down. I'll rest a bit before we go. And traps can have a variety of unpleasant effects, such as alerting monsters or teleporting into danger. Some traps are permanent and will always be revealed as part of the map, but other traps can be triggered by exploring new tiles and won't exist after being triggered. One-shots, yep. If there's no way around, you'll have to trigger the trap and deal with the consequences. Really walk on the pressure plate? Yes. I've heard stories about dungeon masters where players have said, I want to do this. And they're like, are you sure? Are you really sure you want to do this? When that's their way of saying, well, it's not the best move. Found a gold potion. All right. Potions may provide vital healing or useful enchantments, but some have less desirable effects. You can quaff a potion with Q to discover what it does. All right. Drinking away. It's a potion of curing, and we feel better. Got a goblin shooting stones at me. I'm just going close to melee range and hit it. There's a lot of items here. Choose what to pick up from menu type, comma, and then the pickup menu. So I'll grab a hunting sling and some stones as a ranged weapon. Yeah, I might as well pick up the dagger at the same time. Not sure what it's going to do. And +2 rat skin cloak. Items with unusual names are artifacts, and they can have a number of special properties. Some of them, such as a cloak, are known to come pre-identified, while others are random and have unknown properties. Try equipping with uppercase W. So with the floor item, put on the +2 cloak. I'm pretty sure my AC has been adjusted. The item you've equipped granted me a new ability. Press A to take a look at your abilities and to use one. Okay, I can evoke rat skin. That's it, I failed. I feel somewhat more hungry. Got some friends now. For a wand of flame, I can press with a V. And I'll fire it at the knoll. And one of my skills just reached a milestone. The skills you use are automatically trained whenever you gain experience. For killing monsters, by default, experience goes to your skills you actively used. To view or manage skills, press M, and I've reached level 3. Every third level, you get to choose an attribute to raise: strength, intelligence, or dexterity. Strength makes heavy armor less cumbersome and slightly increases weapon damage. Makes sense. Intelligence makes the spells more reliable and powerful, and dexterity increases my evasion and stealth. I'll do dexterity at the moment. And what was it, to M to change the skills? So fighting, short blades, long blades, unarmed combat, throwing slings, evocations, and stealth. So Number next to it is the current level. The higher the better. Training displays percentages, costs relative to... Yeah, I'm just going to back out of this for the moment. I'm not too sure what they do. The Hellrat returns to Shadows of the Dungeon, so I'm guessing they are friends of mine. Okay, Wand of Digging. And I'll check what walls there are. It's a metal wall of bluish grey metal. Every dungeon electrician knows it will ground even magical bolts of lightning. Yeah, probably don't want to hit that one. Crystal wall, made of polished crystals, prevent easy destruction, make and reflect hot and cold, and it's a rock wall. Simple rock. Alright, well in that case I'm gonna forgot my key to evoke the wands with these. So Wand of Digging. The rock shatters into small pieces, and we found a dented sapphire amulet. Okay. Joy's put on with P. And it's a cursed item. That's right. Just have a quick pause here. And continuing. So it's a cursed amulet of inaccuracy. Cannot be dropped or removed. Scrolls remove curse will remove all curses from the current equipment. And here's a scroll of remove curse. Curses on your worn equipment can be removed, so you can now unequip any previous unequipped items. It's dropping it. Yeah, the amulet's useless. You might want to drop it, which I've just done. And stone staircase leading down. It sort of puzzled me that there's trees on lower levels of a dungeon, but, well, I can't argue with it too much. If the many commands are too confusing, you can also look them up with the command help, question mark, and rereading old messages with Control P. There's a stone staircase leading up. So I've got some gold pieces. Start wandering through. Alright, so we've now got a store. Into the shop, press less than, buy items with the hotkey, and enter to confirm. I've got 40 gold pieces. There's only one thing I can buy at the moment. Potion of curing. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it too much at the moment. But we'll go back and have a look. Uncursed Ring of Flight, 192. Heal wounds. Potion of Might, I guess that's increases strength. Wand of Paralysis. Ring Mail, Buckler, Small Shield. And +4 Ring of Slaying at 858 coin. Well, I don't think I'm going to get that just yet. Scroll of Enchant Weapon. Alright, so let's go through and explore. I get the feeling I'll be back later. So we can explore later. Yeah, I've got 260 pieces in total, so I'm going to go back. And I'm pretty sure I'm meant to be buying an uncursed Ring of Flight to get to the middle. Still have 68 gold pieces. Let's grab the Potion of Might as well. You can put on an uncursed ring of flight, then go back to the map, and I should be able to now. Quickest way back to the shop. Yep, I've already ducked back to the shop. This way leads to a difficult battle. You may want to use what you've learned so far, or try and reach one of the exits. Alright, so I'll have a look at the ring of flight. Allows the warrior to fly. Cannot be evoked while already airborne, making it suited to longer trips above deadly liquid. Yeah, I'm wearing it on my left hand, so not sure if I can see. I'll go back through the previous. I'll just check something off screen. Okay, so it looks like I've got to evoke it. No, I'm hitting a bit of a wall here, sorry. Rings to put on and remove. All right, I'll just have a quick look through the commands. One stave symmetry. Alright, let's see if it's a... No, it's not a spell. Uh, Alright, well, I'm going to try the other way. Difficult flight. So drink the potion of might. Hopefully I can take them all down. I'm doing okay, I think. Still got a bit of hit points. Crimson Imp is severely wounded. Hits me, it's moderately damaged. Alright, I'll close. So it looks like lots of things there. But exit from the tutorial. Alright, hopefully this gives me some evoke a wand. Yeah, I thought I tried that, but it didn't work with the ring. Anyway, I'll have to have a look at it later. So, magic and spell casting. In this lesson, you're going to learn to memorize and cast spells. You can reread all messages with Control P and press space. Okay, found a staircase leading out of the dungeon. Yep, but I don't want to take it just yet. Add spells of Magic Dart and I guess Mephitic Cloud. It's a word I haven't heard before. Memorize spells with M. Only one spell's available to me. They've got decent failure rates as well. This will change as I gain experience, to find new spells, pick up spellbooks, and the spells will be added to my library. Alright, let's go exploring. You can cast spells with Z. Press Z question mark to get a list of your spells. Once you're out of magic points, retreat and rest. Alright, so I'll memorize magic dart. One spell level left. Let's go with that. Too inexperienced to learn that level. Magic dart. Confirm with a dot. The training dummy. Alright, I've fired. Miscasting a spell can have nasty consequences, particularly at more difficult levels. Your chance of successfully casting a spell increases with your magic skills. Can also be improved with help of some items. Press I to check my current failure rates. And I'm contaminated with residual magic. So once I I believe I can mutate if I have trouble. Get contaminated too much with magic. Alright, so I've knocked the training dummy off. I'm going to replenish my magic. So a notch diamond ring. Put this ring on with me. And then rest up to my full potential. Whoa, now I've got a lot more magic. Ring of magical power. Unlike most monsters, zombies and skeletons do not regenerate health. Alright. Severely damaged, and it's been killed. I'm going to rest again. And again. Looks like it moves pretty fast. Cover the 3 squares fairly quickly. Maybe it's just extra time for me to cast a spell. So I've destroyed a bat skeleton and a crooked jeweled staff. Get the feeling it's cursed. Press I. Failure 36%. Now it's failure 16%. Okay, guess it's not cursed after all. Keep hitting it with magic darts. And I'll rest up again. Magical contamination's faded away. I guess that's good. And Staff of Wizardry. Okay. Reached level 2. Excellent. Well done. Reaching a new experience level is always a nice event, but you get more health and magic points, and occasionally increases to your attributes. Rest again. Rest some more. Mephitic Cloud is a level 3 spell, so you can't memorize it yet. To level up quickly, here are more training dummies without stones to throw this time. Oops, I didn't throw stones last time. At experience level 3, you'll be able to increase one of your stats. Choosing intelligence will help spellcasting. Looks like the training dummies won't be throwing rocks at me. Don't forget to memorize your newly available spell with M. Thank you. And while I'm at it, I'm going to rest and memorize the new spell. I'm going to rest and restore full magic. Mephitic Cloud covers an area in noxious fumes when cast, and you'll be able to see an area it affects as you target it. Try to catch multiple enemies in a single cloud. Let's try that one. That should do it. We miscast it. Alright, well, let's try again. And I miscast it. The ball explodes in a vile cloud. It engulfs the rat but does no damage. The rat's engulfed in noxious fumes. Well, I'm going to swap spells again. Tried and true. And we some mephitic cloud, which I'll try and hit there. I miscast it. Don't have any magic left. Oh, this could hurt. The goblin's severely wounded. And I've killed the rat as well. Alright. So, restored. I'm going to eat. Yeah, it tastes terrible, but I need the sustenance. Spellcasting can make you really hungry. Spell hunger is high for more difficult spells and can be reduced by high intelligence and training the spellcasting skill. Found 3 stone staircases leading down and a ration. Well, alright. Looks like I didn't have to eat the rat after all. Going down. Gaining an experience level and raising your spellcasting skill gives you spell slots to spend on spells. You can also forget a memorized spell and make space for a new one. The easiest way to do that is with the Scroll of Amnesia. Simply read the scroll with R and then select a spell I want to forget. Not sure I want to do it just yet. See an animated spell, animate skeleton to my library. Type necromancy. Well, I guess I am getting Scroll of Amnesia. I'm going to forget Mephitic Cloud. And learn animate skeleton. Okay, there's nothing here that can be animated. Attempt to give life to the dead, and they're flying. So I've got a bat skeleton flying around. Found a clear blue water. Alright, I'm going to try and animate everything. Miscast animate skeleton. Goblin skeleton. Jackal. And the dead are walking. And let's... Right, so I think I've got nearly a virtual army. Did you notice you can swap positions with your allies by moving into them? Among other things, displacing a friendly creature could be a good way to escape a fight. Try to let your allies do the killing. If necessary, you can order them about with T. Or opening, you might want to wait for all of my allies to catch up with me. Alright, so I've got a hobgoblin. Alright, I'm going to lead them into battle. And yeah, no, it looks like that one didn't give me a skeleton. Heavy armor really hampers spellcasting. Dropping the mail sheet and compare your failure rates with I. Failure rates 14%. Looks like I didn't pick up the ring mail. Yeah, so now I've got a failure rate of 77 and 85%, so it's almost guaranteed to fail. Let's go back to the robe, and then I'll drop the shield. Might as well drop the ring mail too. No point carrying it around. And then we're back to lower failure rates. Make sure you're at full health and magic most before entering it, if necessary. The undead don't breathe, so you can cast Mephitic Cloud without harming. Okay, I'll just take it with the standard spell. I've gone up to level 4. And I'm going to do what it said earlier with Displace. And hopefully I can hit it from afar with the magic darts. Into a pretty decent fight here. And it looks like I've died. So the jackal skeleton bites the goblin, and in crawl, death is sad but common. Yeah, no, there's something usually could have been done to survive. For example, I could have used an item, run away, or resting between fights. Keep trying, eventually you'll prevail. Alright, well, I'm not going to worry too much about the gods and divine spells. It's a bit bridge too far for me tonight. And there is also a hints mode that provides more advanced hints than the tutorial. And I should be able to finish this one with the Minotaur Berserker. So I think a Minotaur's half bull, half human. So it's a Minotaur. So the objective is to lead my Minotaur Berserker safely through the depths of the dungeon, retrieving the fabled orb of Zot and returning it to the surface. However, I should let discovery be my main goal before going too deep. And beware, death lurks around every corner. So for the moment, just remember the following keys and their functions. Question mark shows items in the commands, S saves the game, but if I die, I can't go back to a save game. It's a permanent thing. So I do like that mechanism. Gives it a bit of a challenge, but if I do need to get up and leave the computer, I can certainly save a game for later. And X examines things in the vicinity. So hint mode, without reading any documentation, yep. Try the tutorials. I've tried enough that I think I need for this one. And then there's also some other stuff. All right, so looks like Trog's my deity. And let's go for a walk. So the B is a monster usually depicted by a letter. Some earlier monsters look like RL, K, or G. The console setting allows you'll always see a list of monsters somewhere on the screen. You can gain information by pressing X and going over to it. Well, I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. So hit the bat, and then go through, fly through that. Once you picked up your first scroll, press R to read it. Once you've identified your scroll, you can either, with a scroll of identification or by reading it, automatically recognize all the other scrolls at the same time. It's sometimes useful to read scrolls just to identify them. All right, I'm going to do that. What's a scroll of identifier? Yeah, I don't have any unidentified items. Actually, I think I will save the game and come back to this one later and wrap it up. It's been one of the longest live streams I've had, and it's feeling that I won't be doing the best if I continue. So I'll wrap it up for this week. So if anyone's got any questions either about this or about anything else, leave a comment. I'll see what I can do to get back to that, and I'll start working. I'll have those other videos uploaded later tonight, and start working on that other stuff tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and have a good night.